Hey guys, so it's been a week since I last posted my video, and if you haven't seen it, it was just a quick minute long video saying how I was going to start posting every Tuesday. So here I am. Today I was on my Facebook and I saw a bunch of kids talking about their senior year and how exciting it was. And I decided that I was going to do an advice kind of video. Yeah, this is a video. An advice video on choosing the right school and kind of that kind of thing. I know it's a little late probably for the seniors this year, but it could be used for all high school students. I think it's important to start thinking of it ahead of time. That's your future that you're looking at. And so let's just get into this topic. So I'm going to talk about why this advice is important, and if you're in a similar situation, why you should consider my advice. I mean, it obviously won't pertain to everybody because not everyone's alike, and yeah, so for me, I was set and content from my junior year that I was going to culinary school. I just had it in my mind. I was like, Mom, I'm going to culinary school. I'm going to look at colleges. Dad, this is me. This is my culinary life. And at first I was looking at universities that had culinary, and I was like, no, let's just go to a trade school. Trade schools are easier. I'll get into my career quicker. I'll graduate quicker. I'll be set in stone. So then I chose this amazing school, and it was Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts, and I was going to attend it in Boulder. And I was approved to get to go into the school. I was already getting my financial aid and everything, and I graduated high school. And then I realized I wasn't able to afford to actually live there. They didn't have dorms, so I'd have to rent somewhere. And I tried to find a few roommates, and it just wasn't working out. There was a lot of conflict, and I was not able to go to that school. So then I was screwed. I was great, now I can't go to school. So I ended up applying at the community college here, and so now that's what I'm doing. I completely changed my career. And I was looking back, and I was well, I wish I would have thought of this when I was in high school, because then I would have had a better chance in getting in more schools for my new career and stuff, which I'm gonna be a social worker, so that's kind of a pretty big change, I guess. Yeah, so this is where my advice is coming from, if you guys were wondering. Why am I so discolored? First advice I have for anybody in high school who's starting to think of their career and going to college is to weigh your options. For me, trade school seemed the perfect idea. Super quick, super affordable, and then after everything was said and done, it was just not gonna happen. It was even more expensive than if I would have gone to a university and stayed in a dorm. Always make sure that you know that you can afford something before you set yourself I'm gonna go to Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts even if I can't afford it. Try to find the best option for you, obviously. I guess the second advice would be is to don't no, what would my second advice be? Okay, so my second advice would be is if your community college where you're at, or a community college near you, will get you your degree that you need, weigh that in. Use that as a serious option. If I was going to Escoffier, I'd end up paying them a little over $30,000 with everything for less than a year of schooling. Now here at CMC, I'm paying roughly $1,500 a a semester, so $3,000 a year. I'll get within 4 years $12,000. I'll have a bachelor's degree in what I need. Like, I'm saving over $10,000 going to a community college than I was to a trade school. So always find the cheapest option, and if community college just so happens to have your degree, consider it. Like, seriously consider it. Don't be foolish. Just because a university is like bigger and there's a lot more people doesn't mean it's gonna be a better experience for you. Like, some of the friends I know who are in universities now, they're having a rough time. They hardly know anybody. They're not like don't really have a social life, and they're homesick. Now, I'm staying here. Obviously, I live with my parents, and I want to move out, but I don't for many reasons. That's a different topic. And ooh, I'm saving more money in the long run, and I'll be able to move out of my parents' house sooner. I'll be able to like live my life, and I'm not going to end up being in debt after school. So find the, like, yeah, community colleges are good. You know? Yeah. Yeah, community college. Woo! Third advice. Okay, so my third advice, tip, thing that I'm sure every school has told you and every parent, everybody has told you, is go and visit the schools you want to go to. Like, some of my friends never visited their colleges and they hate it. They think it smells weird. That's boring. It's not worth the money. And I visited Escoffier, and yes, like I was saying, it's still super expensive for me to go to. But the school itself was phenomenal. It had great, like, classrooms. The kitchen, the kitchen was amazing. Like, if I could go there, I still would. Online will only show you so much. And most of the time, if your grades and your GPA is pretty good, the school will pay for you to visit their school. So, I mean, if it's free, always contact the school. Okay, so the fourth thing is for, like, the kids who are indecisive about what they want to major in or what they want to go for in school, is get a general degree, like an Associate of Arts. Those prereqs for that associate's degree are transferable to almost any school. At least that's what I've been told, so that's, you know. You can always find your major within the first year and a half. You don't think you have to rush into a degree and into a major. You have a lot of time to figure it out, especially if you're going for a bachelor's degree. Get your general prereqs done so that you can go to a new school if you have to, or figure out your degree and it'll line up with. Now, the fifth thing is, although senior year is supposed to be like super laid back and it's like your slacking year, don't take it as your slacking year. That's what I did, and it sucked. Like, I ended my senior year with a 2.9 GPA, and I was going to a trade school, so I didn't care because they don't care about GPA. But now that I'm in, like, a community college, and if I need to transfer schools, they're going to go back to my high school GPA, and they're going to be like, well, she obviously didn't apply herself, so now I have to work twice as hard than I should have to make sure my GPA stays at a 4.0. So if I have to transfer, I'll be able to, and schools will still want me. It's so much harder to transfer when you have a low GPA, a low ACT score, SAT, whatever standardized test, than if you would have put the effort and tried your hardest and stayed full-time throughout your senior year. I mean, so yeah, these are just like the basic tips that I have that really reflected on my senior year, and maybe like it'll touch to people who are in their freshman, sophomore, and junior years. It's just like a reality point. It's like, you try hard all 4 years. Don't try for 3 years and think that it's perfectly fine to slack off your senior year, because that reflects at like who you are as a person to colleges. If they see that you're putting the effort in all 4 years, they're gonna want you. They're gonna want you because you have like that work ethic and those skills that they need to prove that their school's the best. And honestly, I can say that I know I didn't do that. And I know that's affecting me now, and I wish I could go back in time. So, guys, so those are my tips that I hope truly help anyone watching this video right now. If you guys relate to any of the tips or like think these tips are useful, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave any comments if you have any other tips to leave for other people, or if you want to see any other advice type videos. Why do I keep struggling with the word videos? It's not that hard. It's really easy. But yeah, so like I was saying, don't forget to hit the subscribe, give it a big thumbs up if you think this is helpful to you, and comment down below if you want to see any other advice videos or anything really. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Much love. Bye.